Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impression gameplay video for CosmicBreak, a 3D third-person sci-fi themed MMO shooter published by Cyberstep. Now I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around checking the game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play CosmicBreak or just learn more about it, check it out full review on the link below. So I just logged in, let me type in my username and password. Now this game actually just came out on June 10th, the open beta, which is today when I'm reviewing it. We're just making a video. So I have to select my first robo when I enter the game. It is a robot mech themed MMO shooter. So we have, I think that's a girl, I can't tell though. But these two are definitely girls. I'm not too sure about this one. So first you can get air, land, and artillery. They each have different stats, you can look at them over here. And different varying HPs. I'm going to go with artillery for now. Automatic gun bit sounds good. Let's click next. Alright, as you can see by the graphics though, they're very blocky. Which, I mean, the game isn't exactly new, but it's new in the United States. So you can select one of our skins. That one looks pretty cool. You can customize all your parts one at a time if you want, with the different colors on them and such. Or you can do them all at once, which is what I'm going to do right now. Let's go with teal. Looks pretty awesome. I like that. So let's do teal, blue, and white. No, it looks too weird. Let's put black in there. Yeah, there we go. And let's click apply paint and next. So there isn't a lot of customization, but I mean, this game isn't meant for, designed for its customization. It's not a big deal. So we have 3 channels. Let's go on this one, and the game is pretty packed, but that could be because the game just came out with the open beta. So let's log into channel number 1. It's the most packed. Let's click enter, and here we go. Alright, looks like we have a little introduction here. Huh? Oh, we got some Japanese voiceovers. The game was designed in Japan though, I believe. Cyberstep is a Japanese company. Actually, it might even be Korean, I'm not too sure, but I'm just guessing here. I'm going to go ahead and skip this, guys. I'm going to start resuming when I finish all of these basic tutorials and I get into the actual game. So, pause. Alright, here we are in the game's first stage I'm playing right now. It's the first single player level. I just finished on the tutorial nonsense. Basically in the game there's 3 factions to choose from. I chose the Dostex, or the faction of strength. Basically the 3 factions are in perpetual war. I mean, that's not really a surprise. There's always factions killing each other in these games. And the 3 factions are all trying to revive their robot god by killing each other in the arena. Though the game does have a whole single player, not really single player, a whole cooperative non-PvP aspect to it as well, which is really neat. I'm doing it right now because I kind of need to. It's the first mission I'm doing, and basically I gotta fight off the Empire of Chaos. And this is sort of like the mutual enemy. All 3 factions kind of have to battle up against as well. So in this part of the game you can sort of play with other players on your faction and just ally up and do the whole single player experience. I mean, it's kind of cool. Based on the gameplay you're seeing right now, I move with WSAND, which I'm doing right now. You aim with the mouse button, and you left click to shoot your first weapon, and right click to do your secondary weapon. Right now, my secondary weapon is a melee attack. You can see me doing it. Looks really cool. I have this score to keep spamming it, so I just melee this guy to death right here. And these are all NPCs I'm killing right now. This feels very arcade-like because you see the whole go thing over your head. I mean, this is a new game in the United States, but graphically speaking, it doesn't feel that new. I mean, after all, I think it is an older game. But movement feels really fluid though. Did you see that explosion? That looked awesome. Those HD explosions right there. You can see the enemies on your little radar. This is the first level, so I doubt it's going to be too challenging. You can see my HP on the bottom right. But it's kind of cool that the game makes you do all of this. I mean, the tutorial is pretty forced. But the game is a little bit more complicated than it looks. There's a lot going on. I mean, basically you move around and shoot, of course. But you got to master a lot of little things in the game. And it's cool that the game makes you do this before you can jump into the PvP. I mean, the game has a whole PvP aspect as well, the arena aspect of the game, which actually seems like a lot of fun. I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure I'll be able to get there in the end after I finish this. But, the game doesn't want people jumping into the game without knowing what the heck is going on. So the tutorial is a bit mandatory, and it looks like you have to spend about 10 minutes in the tutorial before you can actually get into the actual gameplay, which isn't a bad thing, like I said, because the game is a little bit complicated. It feels like X-Steel, but with anime-inspired graphics. I mean, that's probably the best way to explain it. I mean, everything's really fluid too. Graphics are terrible, but everything else is fine. You see on the bottom right, I have a little glowy yellow thing. If I click F when that thing is glowing, I summon this little dude over here that shoots with me. It does more damage basically. That's called like a Wonder Bit, and it just keeps shooting for me. It's like an automatic turret. The guy on my team over there, Shinebuster, is an NPC, just kind of helping me out in this first mission. I'm gonna go follow this big guy and kill him, the Omega Golem. This is the boss of this stage. I don't think it's too difficult, though. I have 265 HP left. That's plenty. But it's pretty cool because the end of every level there's a boss, and this whole single player aspect of the game, which a lot of these MMOs don't really have. And it's really a cooperative part of the game. You don't really get a lot of cooperative MMOs out there. Most of them are just PvP oriented. So final stage clear. I doubt this is the final stage. It's just the one level I beat. My score, my clear bonus, etc. Closed it out. You can see how awesome my avatar looks over there. I'm going to explain a little bit more about the game as soon as this is done. So yeah, the Shine Buster says, way to go, hero. You've done a great job. We can kind of close this out. Talk to this guy over here. Alright, the Chaos K-Ogre, and that's the Empire. Ah, there's always an Empire in these games. I mean, there is a story in the game as well. All three factions are trying to resurrect their god while trying to fight off the Empire. But it's not really too coherent, and it doesn't really have to be. The dialogue in the game is kind of fun. I mean, it's humorous. You might as well read it while doing the tutorial. You can talk to this guy with the right click. He's got a quest over his head, as you can see. And he's talking to me more about the game's story and the tutorial stuff, which I should be finished in any minute by now. Close this out. And he's taking me to the arena now where I can actually start fighting other players. At least hopefully. I think he's taking me there. I think that's what he said, though. This game did come into open beta today, so it is really packed right now. Actually, the gameplay feels more like a mix of bots and X-Deal. So this is the game's arena, as you can see. Look how packed it is right now. I'm just flying around. And I can kind of shoot other players here, but there's no damage. But this is where I find actual games to join in that sort of room-based gameplay. So let's go find a terminal over here. Right there, arena something over here. Let's go up to this bad boy. We click right click, and you can see all the games in progress right now. I can join any one of these games in the Uni Wars, which basically pits the three factions against each other, or I can just do a team fight, where I don't think the factions really matter. But Uni Wars, you can kind of see which faction is winning right now. I picked this faction over here in red, so my faction is winning, clearly because of me and my awesomeness. So we can go to Uni Wars and join a battle. Let me just create a room. No, I can't do that yet. You can see how many people are in the games right now. It supports a maximum of 30 versus 30 battles, which are really intense. I have to go to my inventory over here first. Let's go to my garage. I want to show you guys how the game's robot system here works. Like I said, it's like X-Steel. There's a lot going on. It takes a little while to go into the garage. I don't know why. There's a little bit of interface lag in the game right now. I'm sure they'll fix it in a bit. I clicked on garage. Now, oh, there we go. Alright, I got Aquila, another robot. You can have 3 robots equipped at once, which is called your commando team. And your 3 robots, when one robot dies in a battle, you can just switch to another one. And it's a really good way to keep things mixed up. Each robot has their own pros and cons, so you can very easily see which you can switch between robots depending on the situation, depending how what you feel like playing. And there's over like 200 robots in the game as well, though not that many right now. In the Asian version, there's a lot more, but they're adding more and more every day. You can see this basic tutorial over here you can complete as well. More basic missions for the game. I'm not going to do these right now. And these are separate from the game's mission modes, where it's more of a cooperative single-player experience. There's a shop as well. We can buy new parts for our current robots. You can even level up your current robots to get better with them. Their stats will improve. I went to the shop right now. You can buy items, parts, weapons. There's a lot going on. It's not nearly as in-depth as X-Steel right now. Oh, I like that screen where we're just that. I can't go back there? No. Yeah, it's not nearly as in-depth as X-Steel with all the customizable parts, but there's still a lot going on here. Just look at all the parts in the game. They cost UC, I think that's universal credits. I'm just totally guessing, but in a sci-fi game, C always means credits. So you can just scroll past these. I can't really get many of these right now because I have no monies. But let's close this out and jump into an actual game. I'm going to resume when I do that. And here we go. My game just started. It takes a little while for each game to begin, but it's pretty intense because there's actually a lot of games going on at once. You guys saw a lot of players in the arena, as I just showed you over there. And this is now loading. Grade E. Tiling Float was the level I'm playing on. I think this is a 15 versus 15 game, although the game supports up to 30 versus 30, which is pretty intense. So now players are all loading in here. Just fight. Their numbers are less than ours, but they still seem to be eager to fight us. You can see in the top over there the score for the game right now. It's 28,000, 28,000. And the way it works is every time a player dies, they can choose to respawn a new robot, and depending on what robot they pick to respawn as, the points will go down. So whichever team goes down to the least points wins. So we fight till 0. We're kind of climbing up the level. It's cool because there was actually a lot of levels in Cosmic Break, more so than I thought. So it kind of varies things up. These are my teammates over there. I don't know where they're going. Let's go a little bit higher up over here. You hold spacebar to fly like you do in X-Steel, and your whole boost meter at the bottom determines how long you can fly. So let's keep boosting over here and let's fight these other dudes. It is 15 versus 14, so we should win, but we'll see what happens. This is a really weird level though. There's like crazy stuff going on. There's a guy flying out over there. I can just kind of stay still and shoot at him by holding left and right click. Holding left and right click shoots my weird back missiles, which are kind of hard to aim. And this is a really intense level. It's crazy. You can see on the top right, people are running around everywhere. And, oh, I'm just getting ripped right now. I'm not a fan of the starting robot. Hopefully I can pick something else when I die. Kind of run around over here. Let's find that guy to kill. The best way to get kills though, from my experience, right away, is to kind of just aim at people that are really weak. Like this guy over here. I'm going to try getting this kill over here. If you hold right click and go near them, you can do a lot more damage with your melee weapon. So Remote just killed the Zeta over there. So they lost 600 points when I killed him. So the point is, like I said, to get the enemy's team score down to 0. Gameplay is crazy, but it's actually a lot of fun too. When I first saw the game's graphics, I didn't really expect too much because this game looks really old. It looks like they're just trying to resurrect some really old game, but it's actually a lot of fun. And a lot of other people are liking the game as well because the game servers are pretty packed right now. And the battles are very varied because as you die, you can pick different robots. I kind of want to die right now to show you. And the other robots are totally different too. I mean, just the types of weapons they fire are completely different. I killed that thing over there. There's another player over here. I can hold right click on it to do my melee attacks. The graphics are really blocky, but it works really well again. I'm just killed some other dude. I'm doing really well actually. I'm 2-0. I'm gonna fly around over here and kill more people. Anyway guys, I am running out of time. If you guys do want to play CosmicBreak or just learn more about it, check it out, full review on the link below. Later guys.